What's up, everybody? Welcome to iOS 3 Raw TV. Well, tonight we're back again with this fucking CEO guy, Jack something or other from fucking Bang Energy or Redline or fucking whatever fucking company, VPX. I don't even know what the fuck the company's name is anymore. What products? I don't even fucking know. The thing's so crazy, right? And he actually, would put out the video about Bang Energy curing Alzheimer's and fucking dementia. Yeah, anyway, so that's another fucking whole story. Anyways, he actually made the claim Bang Energy cures dementia. I was like, all the money that we spent in research, all the fucking manpower, all the fucking hours put in this fucking hammerhead cured dementia and Alzheimer's with an energy drink? Get the fuck out of here. But anyways, well, tonight he's back. And Autumn, thank you for sending me the video. She was like, I couldn't watch much more of this without sending it to you. He actually actually made a video that talks about changing your genetics by using supplements. He owns a supplement company, right? So I'm like, what the fuck? Changing your genetics. He's like, bad genetics, people bitch about it. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm like, I have to watch this. It starts off with him going, well, just so you guys know, I'm going to curse a little bit and I'm going to take off my shirt. First of all, what the fuck? Thanks for the warning. Actually, I think you should put it back on. But anyways, cursing? You have no fucking clue what cursing is. Welcome to iOS 3, motherfucker. But anyways, so this guy actually, I watched the video and I was like, what the fuck? So he couldn't be further fucking out there than if he was on fucking Mars. If he was on Mars, he'd be closer to being normal than he is on this fucking planet. So he said, well, you can change your genetics by working out and eating and supplementing. And I was like, you can change gene expression. That's correct. Matter of fact, if you just eat food contains information that can actually turn on and turn off gene expression. It can do that. And if you look it up, all of the materials right there, it's very hard to understand, but that's a fact. However, Bang Energy and VPX has nothing to do with the way the fucking body works, changing your genetics. Because that's what he's getting at. He's trying to say, well, if the training does this and the food does this, if you add this supplement, it amplifies that. Bear with me. So this fucking guy goes out to point a fucking study. And I'm like, what the fuck, that you can change your genetics by training. And the way he trains, because he trains the way he trains, and he does, I'm just going to put this out there, he doesn't look good. Okay? He doesn't look like he's fucking like, you'd be like, holy shit. Like back in the day, guys like Bill Phillips and Sean Phillips, who owned EAS, those guys look fucking phenomenal shape. They were ripped to shreds. You know what I mean? Like those guys like fucking Dr. Scott Connolly, he was in good shape. Like, this guy doesn't look anything like these guys. So him talking about what he does, I'm like, you're in the fitness industry. The people at your bang booth are in way fucking better shape than you are. So why don't you tell people what the fuck they do instead of what you do? Because you're still the before picture. Like, no matter what you are right now, you're everybody's before picture. You're not the after picture. So what the fuck are you talking about what you do? What the fuck? Like, I'm floored with how big the fucking ego is with this motherfucker. But anyways, he talks about how they did a study, Jesus Christ, and they took this many trained individuals and they had this group do 9 to 10 reps, right? And then they had this group do 15 reps. Then they figured out by training like that, the 9 to 10 group grew muscle faster. The 15 rep group didn't. So you gained more muscle training 9 to 10 reps. People can change their genetics by training 9 to 10 reps. And I'm like, what? He's like, and then if you throw VPX shotgun in there, that is the 30% more muscle. The claims were fucking crazy. Like the bullshit you saw with Muscle Tech back in the day, where it was like 30% more muscle in fucking 1 week or whatever it was. The claims are outrageous. But anyways, we're not going to stick with the supplements. I'm just going to stick with this fucking train of thought where I'm like, this guy must be on mushrooms all the fucking time. Because this is not making any sense. So, yes, if you train 9 to 10 reps, you're going to build more muscle faster than if you train 15. But that doesn't have anything to do with your fucking genetics. Every human being pretty much works like that. So, and I don't know if he understands this. I mean, he's been around a long time. He's older than I am. I'm older than dirt, and this motherfucker's been around longer than I am. But to understand why the 9 to 10 rep group grew faster and better than the 15, you look no further than muscle fiber typing. That's it. So now you look at 9 to 10 reps as the hypertrophy range of training. What that means is you have different type fibers, type 1, type 2, type 2B, etc. You have these type fibers that, the type 2B fibers, which are hitting that hypertrophy range of 9 to 10 reps, maybe 12 max. Those are the fibers that respond best to training. Those are the fibers that respond best to progressive resistance, and they carry the most potential to increase the most amount of size and strength the fastest time possible. That's those fibers, the type 2 fibers. When you go past that hypertrophy training into the higher reps, you're now going more towards those red muscle fibers, or the slow twitch muscle fibers that are more the endurance muscle fibers. So it's kind of hitting a different fiber, and those endurance muscle fibers don't hold the same potential for size and strength increase. We've seen this across the board. You see a long distance marathon runner, motherfuckers are this big. A sprinter, jacked. Why? Because of the fucking time under tension that their muscles, it's a 2 different ways of training, and the muscle fibers respond like that. We have different muscle fibers in our body to survive. There's going to be a time in the wild, back in the day when we were fucking cavemen, where we would have to fucking run nonstop for 60 miles to get away from a fucking saber-toothed fucking tiger, or whatever those things were back then, chasing us. At the same time, we would have had to wrestle down a, what the fuck could we wrestle down and kill back in the day, because they didn't really have tools back then. Let's just say, we can't, monkeys are fucking strong. Let's say a deer. Let's just use a deer. I mean, deers weren't even around prehistoric time, whatever. But like, there's going to be other times where you're going to beat the shit out of a deer really quickly and kill it. Those muscle fibers that you're using to fucking strike that thing over and over again, the anaerobic energy, those muscle fibers are the ones that have power. So our body is built like that for survival, not for fucking VPX's fucking videos. And this motherfucker makes it sound like, and I'm like, I don't know where the fuck he got this from, because the video, if you've never seen any of this stuff and you don't know, and you think you have bad genetics, which you may, when you see his video, you're going to go, oh my God, I have the genetics of fucking Jason Blaha, but I'm going to look like fucking Ziz if I train in 9 to 10 reps and take my fucking VPX shotgun. Holy fuck, I can change my genetics. That's not true. No supplement in the world you take can change your fucking genetics. This fucking guy, like, I can't even pick this apart enough. Like, genetics doesn't necessarily dictate how fast, bad genetics for bodybuilding doesn't necessarily dictate how fast you grow, how big you get. Bone structure, the way that the muscles attach, the way that the muscles fire, different leverage systems of your body that you're going to be able to handle certain weights that another person can because of leverage factors. I mean, there's so many shit that goes into it that a supplement or a fucking training program cannot solve. But I'm like, this guy just won't fucking stop. I'm like, I can't believe the claims, claim after claim. This motherfucker changed your genetics by training 9 to 10 reps and taking fucking a supplement from VPX. What? And you're banking on the fact that a gene expression, well, let's think about this for a second too. We are multicellular organisms, which that means that we're replicating and creating new cells constantly all the time. So technically, right, if our genetics were to have this healthy cell right here, and it replicated and it screwed up and it made a not healthy cell or a not perfect cell, our genetics then, would that be changed? No, our genetic code is still our fucking genetic code. Unless you go in there and do gene doping and literally change the genes by including another gene that will change another gene, which is very pharmaceutical and fucking very fast forward, very forward thinking science-wise, very advanced. You're not changing your genetics. You're doing the best with what you have. That's not changing your genetics. So I can't believe the false claim, like this motherfucker's out here trying to tell people they could change their genetics with fucking VPX supplements. I was like, I own a supplement company. And never once did I ever think about going out there and be like, GFD Labs, change your fucking genetics. Maybe change your attitude. Maybe change the speed at how your results come. Maybe change your overall look by the end of the summer. Maybe change the clothes that you wear because you're getting bigger. Maybe change your mind about taking a nap and going to the gym. But you will not change your fucking genetics. I'm like, fuck, man, I hope this guy sooner than later, somebody fucking steps up and tells this guy stop. Like, either something happens to him where he just says, I'm going to go off and do something else. I'm fucking done with the fitness industry or whatever the fuck is going on. Because I was just like, I was looking at this, shaking my head, and he's using this data. And he's talking about these scientists. He's like, well, this study was done by the amazing, perfect, awesome fucking Joe blah blah doctor. And I'm like, that study that you just fucking talked that doctor up was funded by your fucking company. So not only did you fund it, you're so happy with the fact that you can gain 30% more muscle in fucking 2 weeks, which is impossible. You can't even do that on steroids, but you're praising this doctor like you're petting him on the fucking head and he's sitting next to you. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you people can't fall for this. But then I realized a lot of people are new, right? A lot of people are new to this. They don't understand. They have no idea who this fucking guy is. They don't know what he's talking about. He may be the only one they've come in contact with, so all their information is coming from him. These motherfuckers are buying tubs and tubs full of VPX products, thinking it's going to change their genetics. I'm like, fuck. So, Autumn, thank you for saying that video, because this video needed to be made So that people out there understand, like, you can't fall for this shit, guys. You can't change your genetics. Your genetics are your fucking genetics, and that's it. Doesn't matter. Even if you take growth hormone, which to an extent will increase new muscle fibers, hyperplasia is something completely different. Then you're talking about changing your genetics. Like, I took enough growth hormone in my life to say that my body is different than it ever was before I took anything, and will be different until the day I die. I have new muscle fibers that my body has made that I was not born with through hyperplasia with that growth hormone. I then used things like insulin and steroids to make them grow faster and get bigger. Now, once I stopped all the steroids and insulin and stuff, when I shrunk back down, those new muscle fibers are still there. So technically, that is changing your genetics. But that is a very powerful fucking drug that takes a long time. We're talking like years for the hyperplasia to actually show up. And this fucking guy's talking about 5 weeks on a fucking supplement with 9 to 10 reps and you've changed your genetics? Does anybody else have a fucking problem with this? Just asking. BioStrengthTraining@gmail.com. Leave comments down below, but don't fight. BioStrength.com is the blog. Unfucking real bicep. And we are out.